Hello. For my assignment, I chose to inform about the importance of adult pet adoption. Some things I wanted to cover. Uh, Basic facts about homeless animals. I also wanted to talk about the importance of microchipping. I wanted to talk about some of the benefits of adopting an adult dog. And then I wanted to talk about an organization that is very important to me and one that cares a lot about animals and also kids in our country, in the world. Right, the first thing I wanted to talk to you about are some basic facts about stray animals or stray dogs. You can go to dosomething.org and find a list of facts. A couple of the facts that I wanted to talk to you about were that only 1 in 10 dogs ever born in our country will find a permanent home. And 90% of the dogs born today will never find a permanent home. They will be raised in shelters, they will live on the street, they will live in fields, they will be feral, or they will be killed. Homeless animals in our country outnumber homeless people 5 to 1. It means for every one homeless person you see, there are 5 more feral animals or at-large animals running around, cats and dogs. 3 to 4, one of the most dramatic facts that you could ever learn is that 3 to 4 million dogs and cats each year are killed because of lack of shelter space or lack of willing people to adopt them, right? And then finally, this leads into microchipping. Less than 2% of all cats and less than 15% of all dogs that find their way into a shelter are ever returned to their owners. So microchipping, a simple Google search for microchipping your animal will direct you to a website called petfinder.org. Petfinder is an organization that exists to provide a database and for your personal information, and it links you to your animal through a microchip that is implanted in the back of their neck. All right. The implementation process of the microchip is a relatively painless one, and hurts the animal about the same amount as getting a routine vaccination. The cost is very low. It's only $45. It's a one-time fee. No recurring fees. What you do is you find a vet, a shelter, or a company that can provide this service of microchipping, and you go to them, you pay the $45 fee, and then they give you a number which you then take to the website at petfinder.org. You put in the number, and then you put in your name, address, your telephone number, maybe your email address, and then if your dog or cat is ever lost, the vet can just scan the animal and your number will come up. They put it into the website, and then they can contact you and tell you where your lost dog or cat is. One huge benefit of getting your dog or cat chipped is that they are 20 times more likely to be returned to their owners if they have a chip. All right, getting your animal chipped is extremely beneficial, and I recommend it to anybody. Now I would like to talk to you about the benefits of adopting an adult dog. You can go to the ASPCA's website at aspca.org, and they have a fact list of some of the benefits of adopting an adult dog. All right. 1, they don't require the constant monitoring that puppies do. Right? Puppies want to chew on stuff. They have to be housebroken. They want to chew on your furniture. They want to chew on everything. Furniture, shoes, slippers, rugs, floors, you name it, they're chewing on it. All right? Adult dogs are much less likely to be chewers. They're set in their ways, their teeth are formed, they're tired of chewing on everything, they just maybe want to chew on a bone every now and then. Okay. The next benefit is that adult dogs are more likely to be house trained. All right, you find an adult dog in a shelter, more than likely he or she came there from somebody's home and lived there for a while, was house trained, and then for whatever reason found its way back into the shelter. Doesn't always mean that the dog was bad. A lot of times, most of the time, the families are moving and can't afford to take care of the animal anymore, and they bring it to a shelter. Another huge benefit is that you already know how big that animal is going to be. Right? He's already full grown. He or she's already full grown. You don't have to wonder if you're getting a little puppy like this, and then it turns out to be a Saint Bernard that's going to take up all the space in your bed and rule your life and control your household. You don't have to worry about that at all. Also, if you want a bigger dog, you go to the shelter, you find a dog the size you like. You don't have to worry about, well, is this dog going to be as big as I want him to be? I don't know. Okay? I'm going to come back to some of the benefits of adopting an adult dog, and we're going to talk about my dog. But before I do that, I want to talk about the American Humane Association and some of the things that they do. All right, first I'm going to talk about what their what their mission statement is. Okay. The mission statement of the American Humane Association is to ensure the welfare, wellness, and well-being of children and animals, and to unleash the full potential of the bond between humans and animals to the mutual benefit of both. Their mission statement can be found on their website, on www.americanhumane.org. They also have a lot of information about owning a pet and some of the stuff that they're doing. Excuse me. Some of the stuff that they're doing in regards to legislation and petitions in our country today. For example, one of the best things that I think that they're doing is they have started a petition and they're lobbying in our government to ban the practice of euthanasia by toxic gas in over 20 different states that still allow this horrible, inhumane practice. Oftentimes, when an animal is put to sleep using carbon monoxide gas, they go through a painful organ shutdown, and it's a horrible, devastating, inhumane act that only goes on behind closed doors because the American public is not ready to see something like this. Other things that they do, they've recently banned cockfighting, dogfighting, or gotten banned dogfighting and cockfighting in several different municipalities and local governments throughout our country that still allowed it. Almost countrywide, this practice is no longer accepted or legal. Going back to some of the benefits of owning an adult dog. My girlfriend and I, we own 5 adult dogs that we've all gotten from all from shelters. I have 2 dogs that I've gotten. One I got when he was a puppy. The other one was already grown. The grown one, his name is Jack. He is he's my pit lab mix. Because of his name alone, he would have never gotten adopted. Or because of his breed alone, he would have never gotten adopted. But he is one of the most boring, sleepy dogs you will ever meet. And then Bane is a lab border collie mix who just likes to run around in circles in the yard. I got him when he was a puppy. And then my girlfriend has 3 dogs. Ozzy, who is a white Australian Shepherd mix. Our Australian Shepherd, he's purebred. He's nearly blind and he's completely deaf. And he's probably the most handsome dog you've ever seen in your life. The next one is Kronos. Kronos is a Staffordshire Terrier, which is another bully breed. Because of the way he looks, he would have probably ended up in a dog fighting ring in Oklahoma, but we rescued him. And then we have Aries. Aries is a Plot hound who was bred to hunt pigs in North Carolina and then came over to Oklahoma, and we got him. We got him in a shelter as well. Aries is probably the laziest dog next to Jack. Whenever the first time I took Aries for a walk, he laid down on about half a mile away from the house, and it took me 20 minutes to get him home because he wanted to do nothing but sleep. So, in conclusion, I hope that you feel informed about some of the benefits of adopting an adult dog and some of the things you can do to hold on to your adult animals if they ever get loose. You now know an easy way to get them back.